My name is Khosi. This program has really impacted me positively. I can say I'm happier. I now can smile without faking it. If you had seen me back then, I wasn't going to be all smiles like this. When you told us how much this program was, I was tempted to investigate. Really, is that the price of the program? I'm curious, what is in there? Like, do people actually buy that package for so much money? And considering that he's a male, I was even more curious. I'm like, teaching women to be phenomenal and at such a cost, what does he think he has? Does he really have what it takes? And to price it that much, I mean, do people actually buy this? So I'm always very curious. So it was curiosity, and also I knew that I needed help at the time. I quickly shifted my mindset and said, you know what, I'm going to learn. Whatever that they've prepared for us, I'm going to learn and I'm going to come out a better person. I'm really grateful to you, Pastor. I'm really grateful. You couldn't have come at a better time. I don't know. I think at the time that you gave us that program, in my life, I was actually considering suicide. Not that it was intense, but the fact that I was thinking it, for me, it was kind of like a lights on kind of a moment to say, you know what, you need to get up and take charge of this life of yours. Number one, I'm a mom. I got a child at a very, very young age. I think I was 20. So I realized that I'm no longer living for myself. I'm no longer living only for me and making decisions for myself. I'm also doing it for my child. So that's another the reason why I took this program. If it's not for me, if it's not going to help me, let it equip me to be a better mom for my daughter, because she's a girl child, and it's very, very possible that she's going to go through the same things that I went through. So I think she was the most encouraging person in my life to do what this program specifically. So yeah, my name is Khosi. I'm rewinding. My name is Khosi. I'm an anesthetic nurse, and yeah, I know deep down that I knew that I'm a phenomenal woman. I mean, there is no other person like me in the whole world. There is only one me. There is only one anesthetic nurse like me. But I was struggling to live out that thought that I knew that I am special and all that. I mean, at church they teach us you are special, you are unique, you are, I mean, they say all those nice things, but when it comes to real life, it's difficult for you to live it out, you know? It's very difficult. So when I was 20, I got a child with the man that I really, really thought, and I was convinced that he's my soulmate, straight from heaven, down to earth for me, made specifically for me. I was all in, you know, blinkers, everything, nothing. I could hear nothing, not even my parents, you know. And after 2 years, things started getting shaky. That's when things started going downhill. Blame game. He blamed me for allowing a third party, which was my parents, to destroy our relationship. But I blamed him for allowing my parents to destroy this little family that we had created. I was expecting him to fight, you know, to fight for us and do something. I mean, find a little rands, go to see my parents, you know, to see some sort of commitment. So that created a lot of tension between us, and we ended up breaking up. We would break up like a million times a year and get back to each other. It became a habit for like 8 years until last year I had to put a stop to it. But I just realized going through the program that when the time I put a stop to it and I decided to get into another relationship, I wasn't really ready. I was just forcing myself to, I knew in my mind that this is wrong. I can't live like this over and over. Breaking up, going back together, breaking up, going back together. But I knew that this needed to end. So I ended it. I thought to myself, why is God keeps on putting me in these situations constantly? And I just couldn't see a reason to leave. You know what they say, the devil can try so many things to get you down, and he may not find you or get you, but there's that soft spot and where he's going to get you. And for me, that soft spot has always been relationships and love. I love seeing love. I love love. I can go to weddings of people that I don't even know because I just love. I just love watching people in love. That's how much I love love. So as I was going through this program, and that first time Pastor Charles stood in front of us and spoke about being the hero of your own story, I was like, wow, I've been living as a victim all my life, trying to blame my parents, blaming the father of my child, blaming life. And except for me, I wasn't blaming myself. I was trying to blame other people that they made me be who I am today. All the failures, all the things that I didn't achieve, it was caused by someone else. So it really came at a perfect time, to say, because I watch a lot of movies. I've seen a lot of heroes of movies, and they don't wait around for someone to come save them. They are actually the ones who are saving other people, So I needed to get up and be that hero of my own story. And I'm the one who is holding the pen, writing my story. It's up to me whether I want to write a sob story, a very sad one, so that everyone is going to feel sorry for me, or I write as someone who is a victor, who knows what I've been through and what I've achieved. And, when Pastor Charles was like, I don't know if it was chapter 10 or towards the end, he's like, hey, your life is happening. I'm like, every time he would say those things, it would be like he's right in front of me, talking to me personally. Like, your life is happening, and what are you doing? Your life is happening without you in it. It's going to happen anyway. As they always say, life goes on, whether with you or without you. Doesn't wait for nobody. It just goes on. By the time you wake up, you are 50 years old. Time has passed. You haven't done anything but cry and be sorry for yourself. So one chapter that really stood out for me was be responsible for your life. And when he started talking about responsibility, and I was like, oh wow, this guy is so good. He's breaking up this word. I've said this word like so many times in my life, but the way he's saying it now, responsibility, is the ability to respond to life, not to react to life or the circumstances around you. You need to be able to respond in a way that is not going to get you down. Because when you react to life, you make a lot of mistakes. It's all emotions and feelings and all. But when you are responding, and there's another statement that you said, I think it's you or Oprah that said that life is happening for you. It's not happening to you. So that really stood out for me to say everything that I've gone through, it is happening for me. It is happening to shape my life. It is happening so that I can have a story someday to share with my daughter, to share with other ladies that have been through the same or almost the same ordeal as me. Before all that, before I went through the program, I never believed in counseling. I'm like, people have got their own problems. Why must I go for counseling? What is that person going to tell me that I can't get anyway? I mean, online and all that. But once I finished the program, I managed to reach out. So It's been really great, man. It gave me courage to finally stand up and take charge of my life. Do whatever it takes to be the best version of myself, because there can only be one me in this earth.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.